with another great installation of News You Can Use, filled, of course, with all the great excitement and pride you've come to expect from the Hatboro-Horsham School District and HHTV. A lot has happened over the past couple of months. Our top student athletes have accepted scholarships, Crooked Billet students participated in their annual acceptance day, and the life skills classes at the high school have been perfecting their hotspot cafe. Let's start though at Simmons Elementary School, where second grade students dressed up as important historical figures and gave a biographical account to visiting families and friends. Some of those figures were Wilbur Wright, Abraham Lincoln, and Martin Luther King Jr. Second grade students at Simmons Elementary prepare themselves to take on the role of famous historical figures by learning about and then dressing up as their chosen individual. Family and friends came to see this living museum and learn a little history firsthand.
Hello, my name is Wilbur Wright. I was born in 1867 in Indiana. I have one brother. A job I had in my life was at a bicycle shop. I was the first person to fly. I earned money for plane materials by selling toys and kites. My brother and I built huge kites and gliders to learn about flying. We called our airplane the Flyer. I am 4 years older than my brother Orville. I made a difference because I was the first to fly a plane. I had typhoid fever and died on May 30th, 1912.
Wilbur Wright had a particularly well put together speech and attire, though all the students did a great job and had fun preparing for and exercising their role. Having an appreciation of the challenges and accomplishments of individuals throughout history is an important aspect of understanding the world of today and the goals of tomorrow. We'll move on to Crooked Billet's Acceptance Day and focus on a couple of the activities the students took part in. First, they learned about internet safety from Horsham District Attorney Reza Furman. Mrs. Furman wrote a book called The Mouse Who Went Surfacing Alone, which illustrates the potential hazards of navigating the internet for elementary age students.
One of the things that I try to do is get out and teach people about how to keep themselves safe. And one of the areas that I do that in is computers and the internet. Now, I want you to raise your hand if you use a computer. Wow. That's a lot of you.
This year we invited our district attorney from Montgomery County, Reza Furman, to come and speak to our kids about a book that she wrote about internet safety.
It was something that we wound up doing as a fundraiser for Mission Kids, our child advocacy center. And it was an idea that I had percolating for a number of years after I had an incident with my son. And I realized that young kids just don't have any conception of the fact that you don't know who's on the other side of a computer. And they're talking to strangers. And when I realized that and realized we needed to do something, I wanted to write this book.
When my son, I have 3 kids, and they're a little bit older now, but when my youngest son, Jake, was about 9 years old, we were in our house together, and he was on the computer, and he was playing a game on the computer, and it was an internet game, and he was kind of talking to somebody, and I said, "Hey Jake, what are you doing?" And he told me, "I'm playing a game," and I said, "Well, who are you talking to?" And he said, "I'm talking to Izzy." And I said, "What do you mean Izzy?" "Izzy is my niece, and if Jake was 9, she was probably about 5. And I said, "How are you talking to Izzy on the computer?" And he said that this game had a chat room in it. Now, have you guys ever been in a chat room with a game with a chat room? Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, so he was in this game. He was playing this game, and he was playing this game with his cousin. And I said, "Well, how do you know it's Izzy?" And he kind of put his hands on his hips. He said, "Mom, because it says so, because her name is on there." And then I turned into the DA, not the mom. And I said, "Well, Jake, do you understand that just because her name is on the computer, it doesn't mean that that's who she is?" And he just looked at me like I was crazy. And I thought, well, I have to teach him this. He has to understand that just because somebody says there's someone on the computer, that doesn't mean who it is, because you can't see them, right? So I went to the library and I looked for a book, And I thought maybe a book could help me teach them, and I couldn't find one. And then I went to the bookstore, and I looked for a book there, and I thought, well, maybe I find something there that would help me teach them, and I couldn't find anything. And then I went to all of my law enforcement friends. You know, I figured the police would know how to do this, and we didn't have anything to teach kids about how they should be safe on the computer. Because when you're on the computer and you're on the internet, you're talking to the outside world. And so we want to make sure that you're safe. So I couldn't find the book, so I wrote it.
When I first did it, I really thought it was more of a preschool and kindergarten book. But as we started going into schools, courtesy of a grant we received from Verizon, I realized that it was more appropriate for kids a little bit older, first grade, second grade, even third grade. Sometimes the younger kids in preschool, it's too sophisticated for them. So while initially I envisioned it that way, I think it's more appropriate for early elementary.
The Whiskers family did everything together. They loved to go surfing, no matter the weather. Wesley's mom and dad had only one rule: when kids go surfing, riding alone isn't cool.
This technology that did not exist when I was growing up, and it didn't even exist when I first had my children. So as a parent, I started to see that this generation of younger kids, they were having access to computers even before they could read. They were on the internet. They were talking to people online, communicating without any understanding at all of what the dangers were. I mean, if I had to put a number on it, I'd say it's probably 100% of kids that are on the computer at early ages really don't understand. And as parents, we need to have the tools to teach them to be safe without denying them access to what is really an incredible technological tool for them. So that it's a balance, and I started it as district attorney, but it was really in my capacity as a mom, seeing that, you know, I had to teach something to my kid, and other parents probably wanted to do the same thing.
Children begin using internet technology from a very young age, and the sooner they understand how to harness its capabilities without risking their own private information, the better off they'll be. Thanks, Mrs. Furman, for her efforts. The students of Cricket Village are heading in the right direction. Another part of Acceptance Day involves students traveling to Moreland Towers, a local assisted living home in Hatboro, to visit with senior citizens and gain a little perspective from older community members.
This year, as we always try to do in Acceptance Day, we try to share with other people. One thing we try to teach at Crooked Village, that it's not always about us, that we ought to serve one another and serve our community. So today we did something different. We collected cereal from all of our students to donate to an organization that's here with us today called Chosen 300. Chosen 300 is an organization in Center City, Philadelphia that feeds and serves the homeless. Not only do they feed the homeless, but they help to educate them, help to get them job ready, and they do some wonderful things for people who are less fortunate than ourselves. Finally, our fifth graders, they went again to Moreland Towers, a local senior resident facility where they got a chance to learn about others. They got a chance to experience photographs, play games, share fun facts of birth years.
It was really fun because we got to, as Taylor said, get to know them better, and we met a few people that we never thought we would ever meet, and we got to play games with them, so it was really fun.
Me and my friends, Kane and Tyler, we were hanging out with him. He was having very, very much fun, because I could tell by his face. We laughed, we had a good time.
The kids have come back this afternoon with such a wonderful conversation about the times and the experiences that they had with older relatives, because many of them may not have senior residents or senior citizens in their families. They got a chance to connect, and this intergenerational activity is going to continue according to our teachers, because it was so well received. The impact of Acceptance Day goes far beyond just today. It is a prelude to the Martin Luther King Service Weekend. However, the theme that we try to impress upon the children that it's about accepting other people, it's respecting and understanding diversity. And our kids really have come to realize today that we may come from different backgrounds, different homes, different family structures, and even different cultures, but on the inside we're just alike. We all have hearts, we all have feelings, we all have emotions, and everyone has the right to be loved and respected.
Both the students and the senior citizens were grateful for the experience and opportunity to share their time with one another. This was another effective way for students to garner a greater acceptance and appreciation of diversity. Here at the high school, we've had several more athletes accepting scholarships for lacrosse and soccer. 3 girls from the soccer team, all of whom are in the top 20% of their class, accepted scholarships from St. Joseph's University, Wagner University, and LaSalle University.
Welcome from the Hatboro-Horsham School District, the athletic department, and the high school. Welcome to the parents, the players that play with these girls, their friends in the school, and all the way across the board. You'll hear this every time I do this. This is a great day for me. This is what it's all about. This is all fun. Today, we have the signing of Ramsey McMiniman, St. Joseph's, Mary Kate Bateman, LaSalle, and Sydney McNutt, Wagner University. You know, the great thing, and I say this all the time, not all the time, but most of the time, these 3 girls up here, all 3 of them are in the top 20% of our class, their class of 395 people. They're not only athletes, they do very well in the classroom. That we are more proud of than the athletic piece of things. I'm a true believer in your academics will drive where you go athletically. Your academics will open doors. Your athletics will help you get through the door also. So these 3 young women are very good academically also, so we in the school district are very proud of that. Right now, I'd like to give Kate Lamplugh, Coach Lamplugh, the opportunity to say a few words about it and her girls.
This is a day that we should all be really proud of, but it's also a day in a year that I'm going to be sad about because I don't want them to go. For this group of individuals, they've been a part of 4 years that have been something that we haven't seen before. Hatboro-Horsham Girls Soccer, we've made a name for ourselves, and these 3 individuals have very much been a part of that. And hopefully they have created a whole culture that we're going to hold on to. The thing that I'm also selfishly happy about is that both Mary Kate and Ramsey are going to be in the Philadelphia area, and Sid will be playing one of the girls that I played soccer with at Temple. She's a coach there, so I can kind of keep an eye on all of them. But these 3 players, they have all been a force to be reckoned with in the Suburban 1. You know, against every opponent that we've played, they've been an absolute threat, a danger. You know, and the academics part of it is obviously something that we should all be proud of. So, if you girls would, let's give everyone a round of applause. I could go on.
Just wanted to thank my parents for everything you guys have done for me and always just supporting me. Thank my friends for just always being there for me. My teammates for making the year great and having a good season. My sister for being my best friend, and my coaches for helping me through the process.
I just wanted to thank everyone that's here today, friends and especially family. My mom, you're my biggest fan, and I'm worried that you're going to try to move in with me next year, but I'll be happy to have you. My dad for always taking me to every game and over-analyzing every detail of every game. Mike Cook and Mr. Lee, thank you for having such high expectations for me and making sure I had all the tools that I needed to succeed. Lamp and Will Cox, thanks for making sure that we always worked our hardest and pushed us to our highest potential. And thanks for coaching for our last year. Wouldn't have wanted it any other way. And Baker, thanks for being a purple dragon.
I just want to thank my friends, my family, my coaches, Coach Mike, Coach Ed, where's Lamb? Coach Lamb, Coach Wilcox, Coach Anna, for everything. Oh, Coach Pete. Coach Pete. Especially my mom and dad. I want to thank them for just always supporting me and being here for me. And my brothers. And thanks everyone for coming out today.
Mary Kate, from the time she was U6, she had a toughness, a mental toughness about her, and it's been an awesome ride with an awesome bunch of girls. I see all the same faces that she played with at U6, and to me it is such a joy to be here, seniors in high school, and that core group of friends is still there. So for Mary and I, a bunch of good kids that have grown up together, couldn't expect anything more.
I think you started taking your first steps playing soccer and had a passion for it. What's the matter? And just really worked hard at everything that you do. And you have all your little fans here, you know, that are happy to see you get to this point. And also wanted to congratulate Sydney and Mary Kate and Mike. You're a big part of this today. She started playing for you when she was 7, and you always believed in her and gave her the confidence to believe in herself and taught her a few very flavorful words to use on the field. And Eddie, you've been great and real supportive and encouraging. Lamp, Wilcox, Anna, Mom and Dad, Randy, the boys, Brady. So I just want to thank everybody for coming and good luck, and can't wait to see you play at St. Joe's.
Just a few people, grandparents, coaches, siblings. It all started for Ramsey at 7 with Coach Mike in the back. Travel experience in soccer, something that we didn't know a whole lot about, and that you know, added up to this day. And so everybody was involved or part of that kind of culture for us. And you know, Mike's been with her as a coach from the very beginning. Coach Ed's been really instrumental in advancing the girls through that college process. You know, but it doesn't work without the players. You know, and they had to learn and they had to play, and they learned a lot of lessons along the way, and so have I. So have I learned a lot, and continue to. So look forward to them playing in college and reading the results of what they're doing. And you know, it's everybody that kind of made that happen. So thank you, everybody.
I'm glad the college process is over this early, so we don't have to worry anymore. I don't know what I'm going to do with my time, since I'm not going to go be watching her play all over the country. I'm going to have a lot more time on my hands. It's been a fun ride watching her play at the highest levels of soccer. The parents on the teams that she played with became some of my closest friends, some of my best times. And I'm very proud of you today.
Like all the parents, I wanted to thank coaches and siblings, and I'm really impressed with the friendships that are here at this high school. And when I would go to Sid's games and you guys would be in that crowd screaming for these girls and all the girls, it really made me feel fortunate that my kid was in a school district that had that kind of support. Like these parents who are so proud of Sid, and these parents have really held our back sometimes when we couldn't be there, and we would find out what went on in a game, and they were there for us. And we actually owe a special thanks to McMenamins, because if they didn't ask Sydney to guest play, at some of Ramsey's games, she would have never known what was out there for her. We're really appreciative to you guys as well. So again, thanks for everything. Thanks, Maggie.
Congratulations to Mary Kate, Ramsey, and Sydney on a well-played season and their hard-earned scholarships. Good luck to all of them in their collegiate endeavors. The boys lacrosse season doesn't begin until March, but 4 members of this year's team held a press conference in February to accept scholarships from 3 area colleges. Here's a report of who will extend their playing time beyond this season at Hatboro-Horsham.
Last year, the varsity boys lacrosse team finished the season as Suburban 1 champions. 5 players from that team received full or partial lacrosse scholarships. Jim Murphy will head to Division I Marist, and at a recent press conference, 4 other seniors signed letters of intent to play lacrosse at the collegiate level. They are Kyle Mullen, Steve Palo, Ryan Higgins, and TJ Kelleher.
This, as I say, and if you've been here before, most of you guys and girls, this is by far the best day, the best days that I have here at the high school. We're here to congratulate 4 young men who are going to extend their playing careers in college, all playing lacrosse. More importantly, they're going to extend their academic life, which is just as important here in Hatboro-Horsham School District as anything else.
Again, these are the good times at Hatboro-Horsham. Like, you take a look at these 4 gentlemen that we have right here. Every one of them have committed to hard work. And every one of them have sacrificed at some point to get the best out of their high school opportunity, and now they get to take this opportunity to the next level. For instance, got Kyle Mullen here. Kyle is a goalie, by heart, by trade. As a sacrifice, he comes out and plays offensive midfielder, and by far has one of the best shots on the team. We take one of our best athletes, put the short stick in his hand, and now he's excelling. Got Steve Palo, another sacrifice guy, decides to put all of his time into face-offs. Going to college, and he's going to be a face-off specialist. There's only so many times we keep him on the field, but he dedicates his time. He commits himself to one special trade, one of the best face-off guys we have in our league. Ryan Higgins, for years I picked on this kid. All you're doing is playing defense, Ryan. But finally going into this, now he's going to play offense this year. But this year, he really committed to his stick in the offseason. Another big part of this program is commitment. They understood their role and they accelerated. And finally, we got TJ. For years, I had to tell TJ, you got to work on your feet. You got a big body to work with. You got to be a better athlete. All the work is paid off because TJ looks like that 6. How tall are you, TJ? 6'5" defender who can really move without the ball now. So, guys, congratulations. You have committed to this program. I wish you all the best. You're making every one of those colleges better for the next 4 years to come. But at the same time, you're also going for your college education. So, guys, congratulations once again, okay?
I would definitely like to thank my friends, my teammates, my family for always pushing me. And I just want to give a special shout out to my group chat. Love all you guys.
I'm Steve Powell. I just wanted to thank everyone for coming out. Thanks for your support and everything. All my coaches, everyone throughout the years of playing lacrosse. I'd just like to thank my parents especially and my brother Joey. You've helped me along the way.
I'd just like to thank my friends and family that have supported me through the years, all my coaches from summer and when I was little, and thank you for coming out.
I'd like to thank all my friends, family, everyone for coming out and supporting us throughout the years. That's all I have to really say. These guys already said it all. So.
Success for these young men didn't come easy. They all made sacrifices for the good of their team.
It's a lot of time that you see a lot of your friends that aren't really doing it. They're all either down the shore or at home having a good time, and you're either in Maryland or New York or somewhere just playing in a tournament. I mean, besides that, it's just you gotta do some stuff on your own, some workouts, go for a run, play some lacrosse, that's about it.
Their sacrifices have yielded positive results for these seniors. Together, they have accumulated 44 wins and a league championship. Understanding their roles and responsibilities makes them gel as a team.
The chemistry we have is we're like basically brothers to each other. We've grown up with each other since the beginning. We started playing with each other since like 2nd grade, and that's where all like our hard work comes from.
We're expecting a good year. We have a strong senior class and a pretty strong junior class as well. Sophomores are going to step up as well. That's about it. It's all about commitment and hard work in the off-season.
Well, hats off to these Hatters for their accomplishments so far. Expectations are high for the returning champions, but the Red and Black seem up for the challenge.
5 lacrosse scholarships for one team is incredible. Hats off to those players for their hard work, and good luck to the boys this season as they defend their league title. This year, the boys basketball team finished the regular season with a 17-5 overall record and an 11-3 league record. The Hatters were co-champions with Souderton this season and made it to district playoffs. Here are some highlights from that first playoff game.
Hatters fans getting revved up before the first playoff appearance in quite some time, hosting Downingtown. The Red and Black down early as Downingtown scores the first 6 points of the ball game midway through the first. The Hatters took the whole quarter to catch up, but Zach Quattro nailed this three-pointer. They finally gave the Hatters the lead late in the first quarter, 10-9. Now with time running down, Hatters give the ball to Mike Brown, and the senior comes through with this buzzer beater at the corner. Hatters extend the lead by 3, leading 12-9 after 1. But the big highlight in the game came in the second quarter, halfway through with this alley-oop to Mike Brown, which gave the Hatters a 24-10 lead, but more importantly, Mark Brown's 1,000th career point. Brown became the 11th player in school history to reach 1,000 points or more. Brown also led the Hatters in scoring with 20 points. Well, the Hatters also got strong performances by junior Zach Quattro, who scored 13 points, and senior Ryan Kelly, who contributed 16 points on the night. And the Hatters would go on to defeat Downingtown in the opening round of the playoffs, 61-51.
Congratulations to Mike Brown and the Hatters for their playoff win. In their second playoff game against Coltsville, Mike Brown scored 30 points but lost 65-57. Unfortunately, the Red and Black lost in their consolation game by 4 points to Pencrest, thus ending their terrific season. The Hatters finished with an overall record of 18-7 and a conference championship. Great job, guys. For the past several years, life skills classes at the high school have been putting on what they call Hot Spot Cafe. The Hot Spot is a monthly sale of baked goods and smoothies designed to give students experience in planning and fulfilling goals.
The whole idea of running the Hot Spot is to give the kids practical application of the life skills that we teach in class, including social skills and math skills and all sorts of job soft skills that we call them. We serve over 300 smoothies every month, and I would say about 16 or 18 batches, full-size batches of cookie bars. We use the half-sheet bars, so we sell a lot. It's pretty much was on-the-job training from the very beginning. We do practice with the cash registers and making change in class so that that becomes more automatic for the kids. But they've done a fantastic job of just sort of watching their peers and listening to directions and learning to do what they need to do. We're always looking to make improvements, but and we have actually. Each time we've run the cafe, we've tweaked it a little bit to make it run smoother. So we're always looking to make improvements, but we don't have any plans for any grand expansion at this point.
The Hot Spot has been a rousing success, with crowds of students stopping in to sample the treats every month. Mrs. Hitchens has done a great job tailoring this program to simultaneously help her students and satisfy the collective HH Sweet Tooth. Speaking of treats, Hallowell hosted a pie eating contest in December in conjunction with their Race for Education initiative in order to raise money for the school. Assistant Superintendent Monica Taylor and Principal Steve Glade were just 2 of 6 participants in this event to help raise money for the educational programs at Hallowell. The whole school was present to root for their favorite contestant. Hatboro-Horsham School District Board member Marge Lauder and 3 teachers filled out the rest of the field for the pie eating contest. The contestants had 5 minutes to eat their pie, and the person who ate the most in 5 minutes was declared the winner. As the contest began, the crowd went wild as the participants attacked their pies. All the contestants ate feverishly and showed their determination to win. Events like this pie eating help raise money for technology items like iPads, which are used by teachers and students. Everyone had a good time helping raise money for this cause. Physical education teacher Eric Glimser was declared the winner in the end, but the students and faculty at Hallowell were the real winners in this Race for Education fundraiser. After seeing those glasses in divers caps, I don't think there was any question that Mr. Glimser would win. That's our show, everyone. Thanks for watching this edition of News You Can Use. We hope to see you next time right here on HHTV. Take care.